What is up, my fellow Chibits? Today, I'm here to bring all of you, once again, another anime review on ReZero. I'm actually surprised. I'm very, very surprised that Subaru was able to overcome Elsa, or aka the Bow Hunter, survive this day, and finally move on. I am completely surprised that he did not die in this episode. So, apparently this series is not going to have, like, the, same day constantly being repeated. It's probably going to carry on, and most likely something else is going to happen. He's going to reset. I'm very curious exactly how far his power will reset back. Will it be like every given day? For instance, let's say when a day passes and nothing happens, will he be reset a day backwards, or will he be reset all the way to the beginning again? I'm very curious about this, but I'm gonna say right now, this episode, one thing I noticed, and I believe that I'm not gonna be the only one to notice this, because you have to, honestly, you would have to be a little bit blind not to notice it. I gotta be honest here, because the animation was insane. The animation was absolutely ridiculous in this episode. Studio White Fox, you outdid yourself in this episode. Like, you really outdid yourself. Studio White Fox makes some really good episodes, and they have some really good art style and animation, usually with their anime they make. But damn, this episode was on point. You see Reinhardt down in the middle of the room, and Elsa's just running above him on a floor up. The animation in that scene, the way the camera was panning and turning around, that was some impressive stuff I never expected to see from this series. I mean, if there's one thing I can give this episode, if I could only say one thing, that animation was leaps and bounds better than a lot of stuff I've seen from this anime season. And there's some good stuff from the season, especially when it comes to animation and art. But this right here, this episode surprised me. We already seen something like this, I can't wait to actually see how future episodes are going to be, maybe the final episode of the series. So yeah, animation though, camera angles, everything, just the production team, the staff, everybody that was working on this episode really was on point. They put their heads in the game, and they really went down and made this episode as good as they possibly could, and for a good reason too, because this episode was the first time we get to see actual progression with the days. For instance, our character didn't die. This was actually kind of a good win, like a happy end for him, which is what he said in this episode. So, backing up a little bit and talking about, like, the main point of this episode, it pretty much has it to where our MC, Subaru, he tries his hardest to make sure he could save everyone. And I honestly thought the old man was going to die. I really thought he was dead. When he got sliced in the back of the front neck, I thought he was going to die. But he actually lived. And then, when something happened, I thought Subaru, when he got sliced, I kind of sensed he got sliced when he was acting like that. But I thought he was going to die then and everything was going to reset, even though he made it to a happy end. So, I'm kind of surprised he kind of survived this, but still, the overall way he acted to protect everybody, he kind of sucked it up. He was being a man, he wasn't acting like a coward, and then on top of that, he didn't choose the easy way out. Makes me happy to have him as an MC, because there's a lot of series or writers that will have a story like this, where a character could die over and over again, come back, and then redo things over. And I've seen cases like this in other manga and anime, and literature and stuff. I've seen cases to where a character is in a situation where he's constantly having to repeat the same thing over and over, so he's willing to just take the easy way out. He's like, oh, I'm gonna lose this anyways, just kill me, and then he allows himself to die. And there was a moment like that in this episode to where Subaru could have died. Like, he was thinking about, like, I guess I'm going to have to die here and everything's going to reset. But he's like, no, I can't do that. I got to fight for this. I don't want to feel that pain again. And he goes all out to try to do what he's been doing, trying to save, everyone else. And so, I like how the MC didn't choose the easy way out. He went all the way in, and he tried to get shit done. So, this episode goes up in points just for that alone. Now, besides that, with the end of the episode, we kind of find out that our main female character, the half-elf, her actual name is Amelia. And it's apparently not the jealous witch that she was calling herself in a couple episodes back in the first episode, but apparently her name is Amelia. Now, I don't know exactly if that is true or not. There is a likely possibility that Amelia is the fake name, and the jealous witch name might be the real name. We have no idea. But whatever the case may be, I still love this episode. I love the setup. I love Reinhardt as a character. And I have a lot of questions, too. Like, this episode really brings up a lot of questions. Like, okay, so why was Reinhardt getting so, like, upset? Or why was he getting so serious at the end when he saw the insignia? You know, what's going to happen to our MC? I mean, is the Battle Hunter going to come back and kill everybody? I mean, I'm very curious where it's going to go. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.